The Trails West by Kellen, Tristan, and others. In the fall of 1823, a person named Jedediah Smith is making trail with his friends. All of a sudden, a bear attacks him and bites his ear off. Jedediah Smith survived, but the incident carved itself into stone as an example to Americans what they might encounter as they traveled to the West in the 1840s. Jedediah Smith was a mountain man. Mountain men at the time were responsible for paving routes for the incoming pioneers. Because of that, men like Smith were praised as a hero. The trails that Smith had plotted were used throughout all of the westward expansion, and even our modern-day highways are somewhat along the routes of the trails. Most mountain men used these trails to trap for beavers, which required a lot of walking and traveling, causing these trails to be well-known and paved. These well-paved trails opened the door for families seeking land and wealth to move in and claim the land, plant farms, and raise what the fuck? These well-paved trails opened the door for families seeking land and wealth to move in and claim the land, plant farms, and raise a family. The trails previously marked by the mountain men were the base of westward expansion. One of the most popular and well-known trails was the Oregon Trail. Around 80,000 people traveled the Oregon Trail. However, the trail was not easy. Many died of disease and accidents. However, the land in the Oregon Territory was so valuable that the vision of free land pushed the settlers to keep moving. One of the most formidable accidents on the trails west was the Donner Party. Usually, you would leave Missouri around early spring when things were close to being done growing and the rivers are flowing. What the Donner Party did was set out in August. Not only would they be traveling in the winter, but part of the party split off to a shortcut that was supposed to slice off 30 to 40 miles of traveling, but really, the shortcut added 100 miles to the journey. The split-off party resorted to cannibalism, as each of the members died slowly. Although many made it to the west, only a fraction of those people found riches and gold. Another group was called the Mormons. They traveled west in order to gain religious freedom. They were being religiously discriminated, so they left for the west. Unlike history as we know it, women had a role on the journey into the west. They shared the hard work of farming with men, and they established social events in the pioneer camps. Eventually, frontier towns started popping up and women got jobs to help the town flourish into a city that we know today. Women played a very important role in the westward expansion. Not only was societal reform happening, but traveling in the west was more about surviving and making it to your destination, not worrying about societal rules on what you should be doing. These trails were the base for western colonization and a pivotal point for the Manifest Destiny campaign.